This segment is brought to you by Barker Honda. It's better at Barker. All right, welcome back to Bayou Time. Martin Falls here with the Superintendent of Terrebonne Parish Schools, Mr. Bubba Orgeron. Good to see you, Mr. Superintendent.
Likewise.
All right, so everybody last week, phones were buzzing, everybody's going, did you hear the superintendent's resigning and going somewhere else? And when everybody took a deep breath, and first of all, I got to say, thank you. You put a lot of time into the school systems. How many years now?
It's 33.
Yeah, 33 years. It's a long time. But you have another opportunity that arose. And just maybe for the public so that they don't fill in the blanks, we'll fill in the blanks for them. So
yeah,
talk a little bit about that if you don't mind.
Yeah, so first of all, I've got one more year. Right. I'm going to finish the not quite finish, but go through the majority of the 25-26 school year.
Correct.
So that's first of all. Second of all, I love what I'm doing. I do. And so if you ask, why do you love what you do? I love the people. You know, we've got great people. I mean, at every level. You know, I have just close relationships with custodians and the cafeteria ladies and our bus drivers, just some just sweet people, you know. We have phenomenal teachers, and I could go down the line. Our maintenance guys, just good quality people. We have great leaders in our school systems. I mean, our principals and assistant principals are second to none. And I won't mention everybody, right? Our secretaries. Right. And I work with a great staff. You know, they're solid. We get things done. It's until you see behind the curtain, you really don't know how much work's being done in a school system the size of Terrebonne's school system. And it's able to be done because of the people that we have.
And in getting to know you, and a lot of people say, well, what do you think was behind that? And I go, yeah, y'all, think this out. First of all, I tell them, Bubba's been around through some pretty significant storms. I mean, you had your plate full, let's face it. You were rebuilding schools, still rebuilding schools, So superintendent's job, a lot of it is, in the grades increase. A lot of that, I know that was a big part of your drive, but there was so much on the plate that would affect anybody. And I would tell people, just think about the magnitude of what we've all been through in any business, whether it's the school system or the government or whatever. I've seen parish presidents over the years go through storms, and at the end they go, well, you know, I think it's time for a change in direction or just some fresh air somewhere else. But 33 years.
Yeah, total. That's what my career is going to be, 33 and some change after, you know, when I do retire. And it's a retirement. I'm not, you know, I'm not.
You're not sugarcoating it.
Sugarcoating it at all. Yeah, it is. And I'm not leaving in a negative spirit or anything like that. I'm very pleased and fortunate to have worked here that long.
And I'm sure you will probably have a big part. I know this school board, and I sort of know how they think sometimes. You will probably be brought in and have some say-so in who the next superintendent would be. And even if it's working with them or interim, I know you've offered that. And that's not always the case in some things. I know you work with the past superintendent, and I know you well enough to know that you would work with whoever is chosen to make it easy.
For sure, certainly.
Yeah, so that takes a lot.
Yeah.
So with that said, what about the new role? What is that going to bring? Of course, we're talking about into next year.
Yeah, well into next year. Yeah. So it's going to be a transition, obviously. And I'm looking to start somewhere early April, late March of 26. And it's a little unknown. You know, I'm not sure what to expect. I'm excited about it. Again, kind of putting Terrebonne Parish School System aside and my feelings for what I'm doing here, I'm still excited about this next, next adventure, next journey, next career move. And you know, Martin, it's something that I've done a lot of praying about this position, you know, and then my prayer was simply, Lord, if this is where you want me, if I'm who the school, who you want for the school, open that door. And the door was opened. So I take it as an answered prayer. It so happens to coincide with a full career in public ed and the timing that is. So I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody would be upset. I mean, when you look at school board superintendents, parish presidents, district attorneys, everybody comes to a point in their career where they go, all right, what's next on the road for me?
Yeah. And
you have a pretty good legacy too.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
And I firmly believe also that at some point, fresh eyes are good for an organization. I would have liked to have stayed longer. I mean, you know, I would have loved to have seen through the building of Ellender, because we have, you know, Upper Little Caillou coming, Grand Caillou Elementary, South Terrebonne Middle, and Ellender would have been just a great, you know, ending point, but it didn't quite work out. But somebody's going to take it over and
sure
really
you'll be
push
invited
through.
Back
Perhaps, yeah. I'd love to.
Let's do this. Let's take a break. We'll talk about some of those projects you're still working on. We'll get past the retirement and the new job. We'll talk about some of the things that are taking place. We'll be right back with the Superintendent of Terrebonne Parish Schools, Bubba Orgeron. Don't go away. This segment was brought to you by Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. All right, welcome back to Bayou Time. Once again, we're joined by Mr. Bubba Orgeron, who is the Superintendent of Terrebonne Parish Schools, who recently announced that as of next year, he'll be retiring, but he's going to be going to Houma Christian, and we wish you well on that. But you still have some work to do. You still got some things in progress, and I know that the board, talked to many board members along the way, and they've appreciated your efforts. Y'all have had a pretty good relationship.
Yeah. Really good. And I didn't mention them earlier, but I'm going to miss them. They've become good friends, you know. And they ask all the right questions. They hold us accountable in the right way. And they've gelled, I think, really well. And going through all of the work that we've done, I mean, to get through that says a lot about their professionalism and their expectations for all of us. So I'm going to miss them tremendously.
I've always said it's easy to hold somebody accountable who holds himself accountable.
True.
Yeah, it makes your job real easy.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah, no doubt
certainly
about
does.
it. Let's talk about, you got graduations this week.
Yeah. We got.
That's a busy time.
Very busy. And we've already had. We have the Indian education graduation, so that already happened. We had adult ed graduation, and then tonight we start with Ellender and we end with Terrebonne. So we go Ellender, Bourgeois, South Terrebonne, Monday through Thursday at 7 o'clock. So it's a tradition, and it's a beautiful ceremony. Our kids are just phenomenal as the procession and everything. They do so well. So it'd be just good finale for our schools.
You know, it's like going to Mardi Gras tableaus and you hear a lot of the same music sometimes, and you must have the...
It stays in your head for about a week. Yes.
But when you realize that's everybody's kid and they're graduating, it's a special moment. And it is special to watch some of those students come through and graduate. And when you're looking at it from a teacher standpoint or from a superintendent standpoint, I guess it's a different feeling because the responsibility is larger when you're a superintendent.
For sure.
It all falls on you and the team, doesn't it?
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. And for graduations, for me, it's a sense of pride in being proud of the kids, you know, and just looking forward to like what's next for them, you know.
Right.
Like they've had 12 years to prepare them for the next phase of their life, and it's like any other graduation. It's beautiful to see. And the beautiful thing about Terrebonne's, not Terrebonne High, but Terrebonne Parish's graduations, they're so rich in tradition, you know. Some of the symbolism and even the attire is very unique to some schools, you know, and just makes it, like I said, traditional and just well done.
You got a new middle school under construction near South Terrebonne.
Yeah, yes, things are moving, right? You saw some of the dirt works happening, and it's being staked out, and it's underway. Yeah.
Yeah. And can you give us an update? You got the rebuilding at South Terrebonne, Ellender, and Grand Caillou Elementary. Give us a little update on
Yeah. So a lot still happening, right? You just mentioned South Terrebonne Middle, so that one construction has begun.
Right.
And so about 2 years, so 25, 26, by 27, 28 school year, that school should be open. So it's about a 18-month to 24-month process, weather pending always. But you got a good contractor on that job, Thompson, and we're looking forward to that one. The Grand Caillou Elementary and Upper Little Caillou schools, we're having a little bit of back and forth with FEMA to kind of get that one finally sent out to bid. The architects have everything kind of laid out, square footage, the whole, extensive plan, blueprints and everything, but just a little bit more approval from FEMA before we kind of go to bid on those two. And in South Terrebonne High School, moving well. We should be ready to have kids into that building by January 1, 26.
Wow.
Yeah.
So did you ever, I've asked you this before, but you never thought when you took the superintendent's role that a lot of your job would be rebuilding buildings?
No idea. Well, I kind of did, but I didn't realize as much as it was.
Right.
It became what I do. Yeah. And my strength, I guess, is curriculum and instruction. So I still kind of have some, I guess, decision making in that and impact in that. But for the most part, you have to relinquish a lot of that control to others.
If your job role wouldn't have been Houma Christian, somebody could have snagged you up in the construction business. Construction work.
Perhaps. Project management or something like that. Yeah.
Steel-toe boots, and you'd have been on the site. But no, just just looking back, and I've appreciated your transparency coming on and speaking with people. Every time I've called you said, "Yeah,
For sure.
I'll come."
Yeah.
And that's welcome in this business. We appreciate the public leaders coming up and talking to people. So thank you for that.
Sure thing. Thank you.
Yeah. So winding it down, and I have real quick. We got a minute left. Has the school board all been calling you, going, "All right, we want to meet with you before, make sure everything's smooth"?
A little bit. That didn't happen a whole lot yet, but I think they know we have a plan.
Yeah.
The plan's already kind of in motion, and might have to put a little, wrap a couple of bowls around it to make sure it's packaged well for the next person to take over. But we have a pretty solid direction.
You got a lot of qualified people in-house too. We'll see where the direction goes, but we appreciate what you've done.
Sure, thank you. And look, Martin, I think the process may start as soon as August or September. So by me kind of not necessarily personally coming forward, but just kind of the whole process kind of being open, it gives him a lot of time, which is about the same amount of time that it took last time when Mr.
Time
Martin.
to breathe. We appreciate it, Mr. Superintendent. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Good luck.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, there you have it. The Superintendent of Terrebonne Parish, Bubba Orgeron. We'll see you around the corner. This segment was brought to you by Terrebonne Ford. Built Ford tough.